Hello, my name is Jack and this is my 2-week backpacking trip around Thailand, north to south, everything else in between. I'll be sharing all my experiences, all my activities, the money spent, the costs, everything, my best part of advice for people coming in the future, all my tips that I've learned through doing everything, all the people I met along the way, and everything else that I can cover. I travelled from Bangkok. I went to Bangkok from England. I flew to Turkey and I flew to Bangkok. I then stayed in Bangkok for 3 nights. Then I flew from Bangkok to Chiang Mai for 3 nights. I then flew from Chiang Mai to Phuket. Stayed there for 3 nights. Went from Phuket to Phi Phi just for 1 night. And then from Phi Phi to Krabi for 1 night also. And then had a long coach journey from from Krabi to Koh Phangan. Stayed there for 2 nights, and then caught a ferry to Koh Samui, and then flew from Koh Samui to Bangkok to then start my journey on the way home, which was a very, very sad journey, to say the least. And has just opened my eyes up to see that I'll be coming back, definitely for sure. And I'm currently trying to plan my next trip for next time.
Lifting it up, Roy boy, come on.
Yeah, 'cause it's probably that.
Look at that. How much do one of these at?
So, Bangkok, first thing. Obviously, take the big plunge, the big 16 hours worth of flying on little to no sleep. I think I landed in Bangkok 6 PM. I was completely out of sync with my body clock, but nevertheless, just got to
Out here.
hotel.
With a fanny pack.
If I went.
Back's fucking killing, to be honest. It's 8:30 at night. It's fucking bored. This woman was calling me and say, "Hello, handsome man." It's like, alright, fuck off. Now I just, what am I gonna eat for some fucking scram? Man's just hungry.
So, first place you want to go is definitely Koh Sam Road. Go check out the nightlife. Go and have a look at all the different types of street foods. Go and eat some of the street foods. Have a look at all the party life. Check in the bars. Check out all the shops. Go and speak to some locals. There's plenty of things you can do here. Also got to mention that when you land in the airport, you can pick up a Thai sim for 700 baht, which is approximately £16. That allows you to use your phone abroad because your home sim will not work. And then I just went for a little walk, just kind of exploring around everywhere. This is just a cool little thing I've seen, and people seem to be praying towards it, which was nice. So first full day, I went rock climbing because it's something I do back home, and this cost me £8 to stay there for as long as I liked. Included free rental shoes. They had a gym as well you could have used. The aircon wasn't that good there, to be honest, and obviously it was very warm, but it was just something I wanted to do. And then from then I went back to the hostel, had a quick shower, and then to the nearest temple, which is the Wat Abran, which costs 50 baht for entrance, which is approximately £1. You need to be wearing long, appropriate trousers. You can't have any shoulders showing. Just typical temple rules as such. You can obviously hire trousers. They'll cost you 50 baht, and you'll have the nice elephant pants. It's a good souvenir to take home. Because I actually did bring trousers, but I forgot my trousers there went, so I did actually have to rock the elephant pants, and I have got them now at home. and I probably won't wear them ever again. And then after this, I went to the Bangkok Hidden Boat Tour, which was recommended by Paddy Doyle, and this cost me 700 baht to share a boat with people I didn't know, but they were great, and we had a good time. It cost roughly £16 to go through all the rivers within Bangkok, which I didn't even know. There's 3 different tours. I'm not actually sure which one I've done, but this one took me to the Golden Buddha.
Selfie.
Which in person was absolutely enormous. Then after this, we got off the boat, it just got dark. So I took a trip down to Chinatown, where obviously, as you can see, it's just amazing. Lots of different street foods. I personally actually like Chinese food, but the food there did look very good, and all was really inexpensive, between 40 to 70 baht for any dish you could imagine was Chinese. And then of course back to Koh San Road, just because it just never sleeps, and it's just nice to go get a late night snack, because in Thailand all they eat for breakfast is chicken and noodles as well.
Another day, another adventure. It's fucking boiling. Even though it doesn't look it, it's fucking hot. And I actually slept half decent. I had a whopping fucking 6 hours sleep. Nice. What you tell them, man?
So here's the funky elephant pants.
Look at them.
This cost 200 baht for the elephant pants. This is now the Grand Palace, which if you are, I wasn't really thinking I'd be into going to see temples, but this honestly in person was just incredible. And the entrance was 500 baht, which is approximately £11 for about $15. When you're outside, there may be people telling you that the temple's closed for the day, and to go and do the different tour. These people are just trying to scam you, so don't fall for their scam. A few people in my hostel fell for it, and then they'll have to walk away. But it's not closed. It does close at 4 PM, I think, but if it was closed, they would tell you on the real gates. There's also people selling elephant pants outside. It's the same price outside or inside. It's up to you if you want to put money in someone's pocket or in the actual Grand Palace pocket. But honestly, an amazing piece of buildings. This was my hostel. Nothing really that fancy. It only cost £6 a night. I had it, you know, proofs in the name, Comfy Bed Hostel. It's really good. Good accommodation. Right in the centre. It's just some street food I had on the side of the road. And I think it only cost me 50 baht. So literally nothing at all. It's all made fresh. So this is the Manhattan skyscraper. I think that's how you say it. It's quite expensive actually. It costs 850 baht, which is £20 per person. They do have a incredible skywalk where you can literally stand above glass and look completely down. With 74 stories up. There's an elevator that goes from the bottom to the top in 50 seconds. And they've got a cool little virtual display thing in there. You can also do like a parachute jump, like virtual thing downstairs on the bottom floor. I didn't actually do that. You can't take any food or drink in there as well, but they do have lockers for your bags.
So, they do these things here where you get a lift off the back of a moped like that. I've just ordered one. Hope I don't die.
So this was a grab bike. This cost me 50 baht, gets from one end of the city to the other, which is obviously really inexpensive, way easier to get around. And then day 3, time to pack up my stuff, leave the hostel, catch a flight up to Chiang Mai. I think the flight itself cost about £60.
Slumber party, it's like walking in the middle of where it would be. And by this thing here, where the road's actually shut, sort of.
This is Dan and Effie. I hadn't seen them back home for about 6 months. They're on a big travelling trip, and they happened to be here at the same time as I was. So I went on a night walking market. It's only held on Sunday, this market. Everything in Chiang Mai seems to close at 11 PM, way different to Bangkok. So I had to buy out one of mine because it's something I was not aware of, and I like to eat food really late, and there was no food after 11. Now, obviously there's a 7-Eleven everywhere you look in Bangkok, everywhere you look in everywhere you look in Thailand. And they're open 24/7. so there's always food. This is in Chiang Mai Big and O's hostel. Big shouts to Max and Jack. They provided a really good accommodation, really social side. It was only £9 a night and just a really good accommodation and all. This was a moped that I rented. It only cost me 150 baht for 24 hours, which is crazy. That's £3.50 all in. I got the moped, went to this Phoenix Adventure Park. Cost 1,000 baht, which was £23. Just to do 10 zip lines. It only took me an hour and a bit. There was another option to do like 30 odd zip lines, but I thought after some it'd be a bit too much. I didn't really want to spend all the whole day. So after that, I found an elephant sanctuary, just literally on the side of the road signpost, so I followed it. And I think it cost me 50 baht just for a basket of bananas, just to openly feed the elephants. You get as close as you want, get pictures with them, touch them. From what I could see as well, there seems to be no people riding the elephants or anything like that, so which is obviously a bonus and really, really good for the elephants. Now it's just one of the mountains I seem to go across on the moped. Obviously Chiang Mai is known for its really good views. This is now the Land of Angels water park. This guy in the pink shirt here, he asked me for a photo and I thought he wanted me to take a picture of him, and he stands next to me and we get a picture together. No idea where that picture's gone, don't even know what his name is, but we knew. And this was to get into here, 50 baht entry, which is obviously really inexpensive and not hard to get to. And then on the next day I went to the Grand Canyon water park. This costs approximately £20 to get in, 850 baht for as long as you want. Quite a workout. I did actually manage to bump into two people, Harry and Georgia, from my hometown. I was just in the water, I got out of the water, I got out, stood up in front of me, and they were both just stood in front of me, and I was just like, what's the chances of seeing you here? Which is pretty mad. I also want to mention that for travel money, I used a company called Wise. I paid for a Wise travel card. It cost me £7. They had the best exchange rate, get your own little card. There's an app as well that you can use, really good interface, which is how I am now to get all my money when I was in Thailand. As well as this, when you go to a new province in Thailand, work out how much money you're going to spend and draw out that amount of money as soon as you get there, and then don't draw it anymore, because when you use a cash point, you have to spend 250 baht, which is approximately £5 per use. And when you add it up, if you're drawing out money every single day and you're there for 2 weeks, 10 days, a month, obviously it adds up. So whenever you go somewhere for the first time, work out how many days you're going to be there for, how much you're going to spend, and withdraw that as soon as if you're in the airport, because it's just unnecessary costs, which is something that I learned the hard way, because I was drawing money out every couple of days, which is definitely not good. This is Zoe in yellow, really nice area in the whole of Chiang Mai. It closes at 12:30. Day 6 on the Phuket. I managed to swindle extra leg room and pick my own chair on the flight somehow, despite me being late to the flight, which is pretty mad. This was the Barepacker hostel now in Phuket. This cost £10 a night and was one of the nicest hostels I stayed in. Had like a rooftop pool bar, you could see the beach in the day, had a nice like lounge area, real clean, big comfy beds, rooms, like it was just really, really good considering it was a hostel.
This next hostel's looking nice. Got a curtain again. Mattress feels good, feels like memory foam. And got a little balcony.
Yeah,
Actually, but
we were taken all in. This is Bengala Road, so I went here with all the people that I met in the hostel. We had a nice night out together and just kind of experienced the whole nightlife. Loads of street food, loads of bars, about 1,000,000 7-Elevens. Well, I got these 2 bottles of Chang here for 50 baht, which is literally £1 back home. And then I bumped into even more people from my hometown, which was just crazy. So then we went to this big club called Illusion, Not really my scene or kind of music, to be honest, but it was free entry, real good atmosphere, real good vibe, massive club, good sound system. And the drinks are obviously really expensive, but you can just buy drinks in the 7-Eleven, drink them outside, and then walk in, and then it's fine. So don't waste your money buying expensive drinks in clubs and bars, because you can drink wherever on the street and it's no issue at all. And don't forget to remember that all 7-Elevens stop selling alcohol after midnight, but people then do start selling drinks on the street. This is now the Phuket viewpoint. Me and these two lads from my room in my hostel, we got some mopeds for like 300 baht for a day. Went up to here. Big Buddha's free to go to. Obviously, you could get a taxi here if needs be, or get a local bus. Just personally, the freedom of having a moped is just unmatchable, in my opinion. It's just some of the views, absolutely stunning.
Come on, big man ting.
So, day 8, I went to Anamanda Water Park, I think that's how you say it. It was really expensive for what it was. It cost 1,500 baht, which is approximately £35. It's only been open a few years now, so I think they're just trying to keep up to their costs, which is a bit annoying, but nevertheless, really good day out. They had the pods that you stand in where the floor drops. Unfortunately, didn't allow me to record on those slides, which is a bit disappointing, but still got some good footage and some good other slides. This one was pretty wild. I managed to go down it backwards without even realising. It took a while to get my camera going, which is unfortunate.
Fucking hell. Oh shit, oh shit! Holy fucking hell! See that, son? It goes down in 30 minutes. 35 minutes, I'll get back in 30 minutes on a motorbike if I get there in time. I just went on this fucking massive 5-man fucking water slide, that fat drop. I didn't actually look at it. I had me GoPro in my mouth and I went down it fucking backwards. I was like, fucking hell. But I got a sick video. Yeah, first thing, get back to the beach and watch that baby set.
So now, quickly rush back as quick as I can through the rush hour traffic. Obviously, having the moped means that you can just whiz through. Also, need to mention that if you are going to drive a moped abroad, make sure you apply for an international driving license. You can get one last for a year. I think it's about £30. If you do not have one and you get pulled over by the police, they will fine you. They'll also fine you if you don't wear a helmet as well. So just be careful for that one. They have the right to take all your money. So just potentially have a spare bit of cash in the back pocket and just give them that just to sort of shut them up. Managed to make the sunset. Didn't quite get a very good video, but it's nevertheless more than enough to see. This is Patong Beach in Phuket. And this was one of the food markets, Chino Yard, straight opposite. I didn't get a video in here, but the food here was to die for. Plenty of choice. Really cheap. They even sold kebabs. This was now the food market in Bengala Road. There's anything you can. There's still fish, still breathing, still swimming. And this is all really nice food, really good atmosphere, real good vibe. And I went and met up with Harry and Georgia, who just arrived this day.
It's probably that.
So we had a night together as well. Good. in Bengala Road, same as Koh Phangan Road, you get offered a guy called for a ping pong. And it's some sort of sex show. I didn't actually go to it, but apparently it's free. Some guys in the hostel went, but you've got to pay an extortionate price for a drink. So be careful on that one. If someone tries to swindle you in, ask them how much the drinks are before you go walk in and kind of get trapped to buying a drink for £30 rather than £1. Now we travelling to Phi Phi. I got a ferry, cost 800 baht, which is approximately £18. When you get off the ferry, you're going to land on the pier, and you have to pay a fee. I think it's only like 20 or 40 baht to actually get on. Obviously if you've got coins, just get rid of it. When I was here, I didn't manage to get much film on my GoPro, which was a bit annoying because the camera has kind of gone a bit slim, but we made the most of it. This was the beach of Phi Phi. Blanco Beach Bar is where I was staying.
Look at the sweat.
As you can see, very sweat. It was so hot travelling up these steps. This was the viewpoint. This was the first stop. You pay 50 baht to go to the viewpoint, I'm pretty sure. So there's like 3 different tiers. This was tier 1, and then I go up to tier 3, where to watch the sunset. Plenty of people around, good vibe, good atmosphere. I think there was like a bar, something selling food or whatnot, but I had no interest in that. I was too busy trying to cool down. But really good views. And then I only stayed in Phi Phi for one night, so this was the bar next to my hostel, which was £10 a night to stay in Blanco Beach Bar, which was just playing ridiculously loud music all night long. So if you're here for a few nights, maybe don't stay here, because if you want to get a good night's sleep, this is not the place to go. Personally, I barely slept the whole holiday. I think I had like 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. But we're in Thailand to do things, not to sleep. This was the ball. This was next to the bar as well. If you get 240 seconds on there, you get a free bucket. If you go naked, you get a free bucket as well. I managed a minute and a half, but it's not quite the time we needed. If you're on the beach of Phi Phi, you always use fire, people. Just have a go in it. Doing that did singe all of my arm hair, I must say. Had the smoothest arms for a few days after that. After this, travel from Phi Phi to Krabi, just get a 2-hour ferry again, same price as before. This was the pack-up hostel, cost me £9 a night, which was really good price. Nice little vibe of Krabi. You could have gone to Railay Beach, but I didn't have enough time to go there. Railay Beach is probably one of the nicest beaches in the whole of Thailand, but just time didn't allow me to do so. This was the local temple. It's about a 5-minute walk from the hostel. It's free entrance, you can just go in and have a look wherever you go. Real cool vibe. Just managed to get here when the sun was setting. This was just me walking around just in the whole area, just getting lost and just seeing a cool looking building. No idea what it is, what it's called. This was the Krabi night food market, probably one of the nicest ones there was. Loads of selection of food. They had like a big stage playing music, all really cheap stuff, really nice, all fresh food. So day 11, I got up early doors.
So where I'm staying, this new place is nowhere near the main bit. And it's like 300 baht for a taxi just there, and I want to go back out later and probably back out again. But guess what?
£15.
It's 300 baht
I paid
for a moped for one day, so it's a fucking no-brainer. So fucking back.
As you've seen this video, I decided to get another moped. It cost me 300 baht with £7 for 24 hours. I actually did extend it for 2 days because I was here for 2 nights. It just made loads of sense. Because there is red trucks here, just like there are in Chiang Mai, but in Chiang Mai the red trucks are 50 baht, down here they're 300 baht. This is the Hadron Hostel, which is on the beach for the full moon party. This cost £9 a night because I was here when it was half moon. When it's the full moon, I think you want to be booking at least like 6 weeks in advance, and it must be at least 4 or 5 times the price. But nevertheless, really good beach, really nice hostel, really clean, good atmosphere. This was just the likes when you come into the full moon party area. They seem, apparently they're here every year, all the time, all year round, sorry. One thing I would do if I come back, I'd make sure I come back on the full moon party. And I recommend that to everybody that goes. This was the night market in Koh Phangan. Probably the worst one out of all the ones I've been to be fair. It was real small, really secluded, lots of busy queues. The price was obviously the same. It wasn't inexpensive or really, really expensive. It was just the same as everywhere else. But nice food. Just a shame that it was just quite small. I think this is now my final full day. I just went on a moped, just when I got lost, went through the jungle. Seen a little dog here, just chilling on the street. Seemed to be loads of stray animals everywhere. I did get chased by a dog at one point. I didn't manage to get that on record. I was trying not to get ran over. This was a secret mountain. Wasn't really that secret, as soon as it was signposted. This is somewhere where a taxi driver took us the night before because we were trying to find a secret party and he didn't really understand what we were saying. So he took us up here late at night in the dark. We were pretty worried to be honest, but we were alright in the end. This is just the monkeys, just literally on the side of the road. I was told by a lot of people not to touch them. I did try and touch one, but it did end up running away in the end.
It's a good yacht.
No, it's not.
This is Chloe. I met her in Phuket and then we ended up staying in the same hostel.
Look at the
in Koh Phangan without even realising.
fuck it up.
And she wanted me to wear this
You
crazy ass
crazy?
bandana and I barely breathe. All the circulation going. This was the Half Moon Festival. This is somewhere that's not really my environment. But I wanted to go, just to go. It cost £1,000 for the ticket. Which is approximately £23. But it's just where everybody was going, so we couldn't have knocked on. And then this is now one of the bars where the beaches is. And this is where I met a few more people from my hostel. And they were really good people. They had a good fire show going on. But now we're coming to the end of the video, and this has been the whole trip, start to finish. I wish I could have got a bit more on the GoPro, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. And I'll leave a link for some of the hostels in the description. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe. Peace out.